Ever wondered how to make the perfect coconut milk pomfret delicacy? This dish, a gem of coastal cuisine, is celebrated for its rich, creamy flavors and the delicate melt-in-the-mouth texture of the pomfret fish. While it might seem a little intimidating at first glance, fear not. In this video tutorial, we'll walk you through every step of the process, demystifying the art of creating this mouth-watering delicacy. Well, you're in luck, because today, you'll learn exactly how to prepare this delicious dish. Before diving into the cooking process, we need to gather all the necessary ingredients. First and foremost, we have the star of our show, the pomfret fish. Known for its delicate flavor and firm texture, pomfret is the ideal candidate for our coconut milk delicacy. It absorbs the flavors wonderfully and brings a unique taste to the dish. Next up is the coconut milk, the heart and soul of the recipe. Its creamy texture and slightly sweet flavor envelop the fish, creating a rich and velvety sauce that's simply irresistible. It's not just about the taste, though. Coconut milk also adds a beautiful, creamy texture that makes our dish wonderfully indulgent. Moving on to the spices. We have a blend of coriander, turmeric, and red chili powder. These spices are the backbone of our dish, providing depth of flavor and a gentle heat that complements the sweet coconut milk and the delicate pomfret. And finally, the herbs. We'll be using a mix of fresh cilantro and mint leaves. They add a refreshing note to the dish, balancing out the richness of the coconut milk and the heat from the spices. The herbs also bring a pop of color that makes the dish visually appealing. Now that all the ingredients are ready, you're all set to start cooking. The first step in our culinary journey is preparing the pomfret. Let's dive straight into it, shall we? The pomfret, a delicate fish known for its tender flesh, is the star of our dish. To start, we need to clean the fish, a task that requires a gentle touch. We begin by running cool water over the pomfret, taking care not to damage its skin. As we do this, we're watching for any lingering scales. These can be removed using the back of a knife, drawing it against the grain of the scales. This process can be a bit messy, so it's a good idea to have a clean workspace and a trash bin nearby. Remember, the key is to be gentle and patient. It's essential to respect the fish and its natural form while ensuring that it's completely clean and scale-free. Next, it's time to cut the pomfret into pieces. This is where a sharp knife and a steady hand come into play. We're going to make cuts along the spine of the fish, angling the knife at about 45 degrees. This technique helps to maintain the integrity of the fish's tender flesh. As you slice, remember to work with the natural structure of the fish, following the grain of the meat. This ensures that each piece retains its shape and doesn't fall apart during the cooking process. We're aiming for pieces that are about the size of a deck of cards. Not too big, not too small, just right. Now that we have our cleaned and cut pomfret, let's pause for a moment to appreciate our work. Notice the smooth, scale-free skin, the perfectly sized pieces, and the fresh, oceanic aroma of the fish. This is the beauty of preparing your own ingredients. You get to experience the transformation from raw to ready to cook. With the pomfret prepped, you're ready for the next exciting step, the marinade. But that's a skill for another scene. Until then, let's keep our aprons on and our spirits high. Cooking is an adventure, and we've only just begun. Marinating the fish is an essential step that ensures all the flavors seep into the pomfret. And how do we achieve this, you ask? Well, it starts with a delightful blend of spices and herbs. We'll begin by rubbing the pomfret with a generous amount of turmeric and salt. Turmeric not only gives our fish a lovely golden hue, but it also imparts a subtle earthiness that complements the mild flavor of the pomfret. Next, we'll make a paste of ginger, garlic, and green chilies. This potent mix is the heart of our marinade, adding a kick of heat and a depth of flavor that takes this dish to the next level. Smear this paste all over the pomfret, ensuring that every inch of the fish is covered. After that, we'll sprinkle some finely chopped fresh coriander leaves on top. The coriander leaves add a refreshing burst of flavor that balances the heat from the chilies. Now here comes the crucial part, letting the fish marinate. It's essential to allow the fish to sit for a sufficient amount of time, ideally for about 2 hours. This will ensure that all these wonderful flavors have time to penetrate deep into the flesh of the pomfret. So there you have it, a beautifully marinated pomfret, brimming with flavor and ready for the next step. Remember, patience is key. The longer the marination, the more flavorful your dish will be. After marinating, the fish is now ready to be cooked in the luscious coconut milk. Now comes the most exciting part of the process, cooking the dish. Let's dive right into the heart of the matter. We've marinated our pomfret and it's been sitting, soaking up all those flavors. It's now time to bring it all together and create our coconut milk pomfret delicacy. First, we'll need a large pan or wok, preferably one with a lid. Heat it up on medium flame, and let's start by sautéing our spices. We've got onions, garlic, ginger, and a blend of spices that we've prepared earlier. Sautéing is an essential step that brings out the rich flavors and aromas of these spices, so take your time with it. Keep stirring, making sure nothing sticks or burns, until the onions are golden brown and the mixture is aromatic. Next, it's time to pour in the coconut milk. This is the key ingredient that gives our dish its creamy, rich flavor. Pour it in slowly, stirring as you go to incorporate it well with the sautéed spices. Once you've got it all in, give it a good stir and let it simmer. The coconut milk will start to thicken and reduce, and that's when we know it's time for our star ingredient, the marinated pomfret. Gently slide the fish into the simmering coconut milk. Be careful not to splash. Here's an important tip: always add the fish skin side down. This helps to keep the fish intact and allows for even cooking. Now, the key to cooking fish perfectly is all about heat control and timing. Too hot, and the fish might overcook and become tough. Too low, and it might not cook through. Keep the heat at a steady medium and let the fish simmer gently in the coconut milk. This will ensure the pomfret cooks evenly and absorbs all the flavors. After about 10 to 15 minutes, check the fish. It should be opaque and flaky but still moist. If it's not quite there yet, give it a few more minutes. Remember, it's better to undercook and then add thyme rather than overcook from the start. Finally, sprinkle on some fresh cilantro or parsley for a touch of freshness, and voila! You've just made a delicious coconut milk pomfret delicacy. And there you have it, your coconut milk pomfret delicacy is ready to be savored. There you have it, the perfect coconut milk pomfret delicacy. We've walked through each step of this delightful dish, from selecting the freshest pomfret to serving up a plate of creamy coconutty goodness. Let's take a moment to recap. We began with a thorough overview of the ingredients, highlighting the importance of quality: fresh pomfret, luscious coconut milk, vibrant spices, and tangy tamarind. Each element plays a crucial role in creating the rich flavors of this delicacy. Next, we delved into preparing the pomfret. The key here is to be gentle yet thorough, ensuring the fish is perfectly cleaned and scored, ready to absorb the flavors of our marinade. Speaking of which, the marinating process is where the magic truly begins. We learned how to concoct a tantalizing mix of spices that permeate the fish, setting the stage for a dish that's brimming with flavor. Then, we moved on to the heart of the process, cooking the delicacy. The slow simmering of the marinated fish in coconut milk transforms it into a tender, melt-in-your-mouth delight. The importance of patience and careful temperature control here cannot be overstated. Throughout this guide, we've also explored potential variations of the dish. Whether it's adding a dash of your favorite spice or experimenting with different types of fish, there's plenty of room for creativity. Remember, the best recipes are those that are tweaked to suit your palate. Finally, we encourage you to roll up your sleeves and try this recipe at home. Whether you're a seasoned home cook or a beginner, this dish is sure to impress. The process may seem intricate, but the results are well worth the effort. Thank you for joining us in this culinary journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share with friends and family, and hit the notification bell so that you will not miss the next video. Share your coconut milk pomfret delicacy cooking experience with us. Happy cooking!